into this space of healing with Harretta. I ask that you just sit back, unwind, drop those shoulders, and allow me to speak to your heart, your soul, your mind, body, and spirit. Let's enjoy this ride. Welcome back. So I hope that everybody is enjoying this month of July. This is like one of my favorite months because it's my birthday coming up in approximately 2 weeks. Yes, I am excited about it. And so with it being the month of 7, and today is 7/11, 7/11. That's just a snippet from Ice Cube's Today Was a Good Day, and that was released in 1992. Yeah, that was y'all song for today. That's all I got. But anyway, with it being the month of 7, I thought, why not look into the representation of the number 7, because it is one of my favorite numbers. And I'm really big into numerology. And when you look up the number 7, it's all about collective consciousness, spirituality, faith, spiritual awakening, which we've been talking about, right? Also awareness, spiritual enlightenment, spiritual acceptance and development, intuition, inner knowing, psychic abilities, all that esoteric, mystical, occult kind of things, eccentric, religion. Yeah. So the number 7 is all about awakenings and spirituality, which of course is some of my favorite subjects because that's why I do this podcast. But yeah, so with the number 7, we have the 7 wonders of the world. There's 7 colors of the rainbow. There's 7 deadly sins. There's 7 continents, 7 days of the week. And of course, there's 7 chakras. So it is something special about that number 7. And amongst that, we have 7 layers of auras. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Talk about that aura. Because, people always be like, I don't know. It's just something about their aura. But it's so much deeper than just a feeling. So let's discuss. So our auras are believed to be an invisible and unseen energy field that surrounds every living being, even humans and animals, and of course plants as well, because plants are living, yes. But each individual's aura is just unique to them. And when I say unique, I mean the size and the color and the quality of the aura. And it constantly ebbs and flows, just like the ocean. But it's forever moving and changing moment to moment. It either expands or contracts, and it changes with the intensity as well as the vibration and its vibrancy. They're often described in terms of different layers or planes or bodies. Each color-specific energy field corresponds to, of course, our 7 main chakras within our bodies along the spinal column. We're eventually going to talk about chakras. I'm just warming y'all up. But our auras are considered to be physical or emotional, mental, astral, etheric, celestial, and causal are all different planes of our auras. And auras have been referenced in many traditions. And they all agree on the idea that our aura is an extension of the energy field of our human body. So it's a form of energy that radiates a few inches to a few feet in an oval shape around our body, like tracing our body from the top of your head, over your shoulders, up under your arms, down your sides, across your hips, all the way down to your feet, and then back up into your groin. So think of that. An outline of your body is your aura, and it's 7 layers that, again, go from a few inches to a few feet. Okay? And they change in frequency and intensity on a frequent basis due to our thoughts, our feelings, and our experiences. Highly sensitive people may be able to actually see those layers separately. I don't have that gift. But you can sometimes go to like these spiritual conferences where they have the holistic expos and fairs and stuff. And they do have those special cameras that I don't remember the term of it. Forgive me. But it's a special camera that can take a picture, and then once it's developed, it shows the auras that's around you. So the 3 layers that are closest to the body are the ones that are typically seen, and the ones further away are less dense. It's really hard to, pick those up. But sometimes our aura is described as a vibe. And as human beings, we can often sense each other's vibes. I always give the example of somebody walking in a room and it just feel off. That's their aura popping off. But if you spend time with someone and feel drained afterwards, this might be because the person has a low frequency energy field. And equally, if you spend time with a person and feel energized and uplifted, it's because their aura is probably very strong and healthy. So pay attention to that when you're hanging out with people who draining you and who lifting you up. All right, so let's dive into the 7 layers of the aura. And for now, I'm just going to call them planes. Again, they can be called energy fields. They can be called bodies, layers, but I'm just going to stick with planes. All right. So the physical aura plane represents our physical health and vitality, and it connects to our root chakra. It's the closest to the body, and it's the easiest to see with the naked eye for those who have that special gift. But it's definitely related to our physical health and our vitality. It reflects the state of our physical body, including any type of injuries we might have, any type of ailments or issues that we might have. And it acts as a conduit for the life force energy and provides a protective barrier there. And then once we go beyond the physical, then we have the emotional. And this aura is linked to our feelings and connects with our sacral chakra. And this often changes color depending on our moods and can appear muddy at times if you're experiencing any kind of emotional stress. So the emotional aura extends beyond our physical aura, and it reflects our current emotional state, including any kind of disturbances or any unresolved feelings. So once we go from the physical to the emotional, next we have that mental. And that's all about our state of mind and the ego. And that connects with, you might have guessed, the solar plexus. So with this mental aura, is linked to our thoughts and our attitude, as well as our mental processes. It represents any type of intellectual activities or thought patterns, and it reveals a person's mental clarity or preoccupations they might have in their mind. And beyond that, so again, just to recap, you got the physical first, then the emotional, then the mental aura plane. Next, you got the astral. Ooh, yes. That's one of my favorite ones because that is a representation of our spiritual health and the ability to give as well as to receive love. And of course, that's wow, I just heard a loud sound, a ring in my ear, because Spirit's like, yeah, you know all about that aura. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The astral is something special. But anyway, it links to our heart chakra. And I love when clients come in, I love to show that my heart chakra is open because I worked very, very hard to keep that chakra open. But anyway, it's linked to the heart chakra, and if it's healthy, it glows, of course, that vibrant pink color. But the astral is that bridge between our physical and our higher spiritual layer. So it's like right there in between. And again, it's associated with our heart as well as love. but it connects to the physical and spiritual aspects of the person, reflecting their capacity to love and have empathy and the connection with others. So once that plane, that's like that middle ground is over and done with, we go up a little bit further to the etheric. And that's moving further out. And that is the home of our psychic abilities. Of course, it connects with the throat chakra. We're slowly moving up the chakra. So think of it that way. But it is the home of our pure potential. And of course, our authentic self-expression. But it's linked to the blueprint of the physical body, and it represents structure and organization in its physical form. It is very crucial for maintaining our physical health and integrity. So I often talk to people about their throat chakra because so many times we keep things in. We don't say what we feel like saying, being afraid that we're going to hurt somebody's feelings or that this is not the right time. But then it festers in your mind and you think about it over and over again. And that, guess what? It's going to affect your aura as well as block your energetic body, your energy within. So I say what you got to say. Just get it out. Even if you don't talk to that person, just let it out, okay? Because we got to take good health of our energetic body as well as our auras, as well as our physical body. It's all linked together, y'all. Okay, so beyond the etheric body, we have the celestial. And that aura is, of course, where our intuition and is linked with the third eye, but our intuition and our dreams are held there. And it's the home of unconditional love and bliss. And when it's healthy, it glows like a beautiful rainbow color. But it's definitely associated with our higher emotions and our spiritual experiences. And of course, connected with our intuition and divine love as a whole. But it's connected to our third eye, but it also is a link between our heart chakra as well as our crown chakra, okay? And lastly, we have the causal aura plane. And that is the most expensive and it radiates from our crown chakra and it stores information about our soul's purpose. And if anybody can see it, it's a beautiful golden glow. But it's the outermost layer and it represents our soul and higher consciousness, our higher self as a whole. It just connects us with our higher self and universal consciousness. And within that, that's where you discover your purpose. And we get, we learn our little lessons there as well. So there's so many things that can affect our auras, just like there's so many things that can affect our chakras. Whenever I give people chakra balancing sessions, they like, how long is it going to be open? Child, I do the work every day. And I promise you, my root chakra is closed just about every day because anything and everything can affect us. We are human beings and we are living in, unfortunately, a somewhat toxic world because we just get hit with things back and forth and back and forth. And especially in America, there's so many stressors. And I just love when I visit other countries and it's just so laxed. One of my favorite countries was Italy. We'll talk about that another time. But Italy, I just loved how they just took off and enjoyed their afternoon and was family oriented and people just walking and just enjoying life. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, different factors affecting our auras, especially our physical aura, because I feel like that's the most important one because that's the one that's closest to our physical body. That's one we're going to focus on right now. Is, of course, our physical health. That is definitely a factor. So you got to make sure that you're having that proper nutrition and exercising on a routine basis. Even if you don't like to do rigorous exercise, simple walks. I tell people, just go outside for 15, 30 minutes a day. Just walk around your neighborhood. It does not have to be strenuous, okay? But you want to make sure you also get adequate rest. And a lot of times we are in the bed on that phone and that blue screen is keeping us up. So I'm huge about taking the phone and putting it in another room. Not on the bedside, putting it in another room. so that you won't be so affected by it. And then you won't wake up in the middle of the night, pick it up and see what's going on in the world. Child, it'll be there. You do not have to worry about that. Hold on. Speaking of that, I will never forget one time I was driving back home with a friend. She was driving and I was in the passenger seat. And don't you know, this child had the nerve to pick up her phone and start scrolling on Instagram. And I was like, no, ma'am, I want to live. I was like, it will be there. So that's a warning for anybody who likes to scroll and drive. Please stop doing that. Please. Okay, back to how you can assist with keeping your physical aura healthy. Again, your physical health is important. So having that proper nutrition, getting that exercise in, having a good amount of rest. I love a good even 7. You should get 6 to 8 hours, but 7 is a good number. Making sure you're having proper hydration, drinking your water. And I'm talking about plain water. I understand we have these things that can flavor them and stuff, but it's aspartame in them. And sometimes that's just not healthy for us. So drink you some good old water. If you want to flavor it up, put some lime or lemon in it. Fresh lime or lemon. Okay. All right. But proper hydration, of course, strengthens our physical aura as well. You want to make sure that you can try to stay away from any type of illness or energy. But if you have fatigue or poor lifestyle choices, it most definitely can weaken and distort your physical aura, which will affect everything else, you know? All right. Also, to help with your physical aura, you might want to have some energy work. Reiki, chakra balancing, vibrational sound therapy, acupuncture, yoga, Tai Chi. Oh my goodness. I just started doing some Tai Chi, just finding something on YouTube where you just, I'm sure you guys seen it. It's an ancient practice where you just move energy with your hands. It's a slow process, but it's so thoughtful. It is so calming. I really enjoy it. But when you do those type of practices, it enhances the strength and clarity of your physical aura because it improves the flow of energy. But regular energy cleansing, such as smudging or taking salt baths, can also help maintain the health of your physical aura. Now, you want to be mindful of your emotional and mental states because your emotions and thoughts impact our physical aura as well. So having those positive thoughts, having a calm mind contributes to a vibrant and healthy aura. But when we have that stress and anxiety or any type of negative thought patterns, it creates disturbances within our energy field, our plane, our aura. And lastly, the environment. Ooh, I'm learning lessons about this lately. But anyway, spending time in nature is wonderful. Getting some exposure to the sunlight is necessary. And of course, having some grounding activities. My favorite is just walking outside barefooted on the earth and exchanging those ions. Those things revitalize your physical aura. But when we get this pollution and electromagnetic radiation and just exposure to toxic substances, it definitely negatively affects our physical aura. Like I was just seeing something. I just randomly passed something on Instagram the other day that was talking about fast fashion and how the chemicals in the clothes are affecting our health. Y'all, it's so deep. And I was like, I need to start exploring that. Well, anyway, that's some information about your aura. I hope that you appreciate it and you will be more conscious and aware. And of course, you can always affirm that my auras are clear. My auras are healthy. My auras are vibrant. Yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. That's all I got. And on that note, I'm out. Until next time, peace.